Hi, all. I just wanted to come before you today and just give you all a word that the Lord had given me that I was reluctant to even release. Um, I don't even. The first thing that I would like to say is that if you all go back until March or April of last year and look at my videos and look at my posts, I think that everything that I've been saying should be deemed credible because the first video that I posted, it was titled Prepare. It's time to prepare part one. And in that video, I discussed that coronavirus meant crowns, and Jesus says, don't lose your crown, hold thy fast to thy crown in Revelation. And also that COVID meant certificate of vaccination ID, and that whatever the solution to this coronavirus is going to be a mandated vaccine, and we will not be able to travel. We will not be able to participate in public events and gatherings unless we can show that we have a certificate of vaccination ID. And this was before it was even titled that, or even before they started talking about the vaccine. They really didn't start talking about trying to fast track a vaccine or Operation Warp Speed until the 1st of October. But I was sharing this information with you all back in March and April when coronavirus first hit. And also, the main part that I want to discuss is the coming persecution of the church. Um, God, I don't want to cry, but God has revealed some things that's coming down the pipeline in reference to persecution of the church. And I believe that the westernized church has failed the body of Christ because the people have not been prepared. We've just been taught about blessings and prosperity, but not persecution, not going through persecution, and we actually have just been taught that we'll be raptured out. Um, but the Lord revealed to me in prayer a few months ago that we need to prepare for persecution, and I mean it shook me to the core, and I actually was very reluctant to release it, but I want to go ahead now and just say we need to prepare. We need to prepare ourselves. We need to prepare our children. Um, whatever obstacle we're faced with, just don't denounce the Lord and stay strong and endure to the end. Um, so I'm going to share my screen because last summer, when everything hit and we had the lockdown and they started mandating the mask, or certain counties and certain areas did, um he spoke to me at that time and said we're in the beginning of sorrows, and I posted that. And so now we let me show you. I'm going to share my screen. Um, so he talks about in Matthew 24 when the disciples asked what will be a time of your coming. Um, so he talks about nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famine, pestilence, earthquakes, in diverse places. And I don't know if you all are aware, but we've had quite a few earthquakes. We've had all of this taking place, especially within the last year. And so he said that these are the beginning of sorrows. The very next verse says, which is Matthew 24:9 says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. This is the next verse. And also I want to go to Revelation 2:10, which says, fear that none of these things, none of those things which thou suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you in prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. I'm just going to read that again because I was all tongue tied. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee the crown of life. And then also, if we go to Revelation 7, and we see here that this is when everyone was sealed, and then when they some of the elders in heaven asked, who are these? No, actually, the Lord asked them, who are these people? And Revelation 7:14 says, and I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which come out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. I don't even want to go into everything that, we've been discussing this past year. But, I will say that another thing that I posted in that very first video was titled, let me stop here for a second. The very, about COVID, that and Ovid, if you look it up in Hebrew, Ovid means sheep, and 19 means slaughter. So the body of Christ are the sheep of God. We're his sheep. He's our shepherd. And 19 means slaughter. And so I said from day one that there was a very demonic agenda behind COVID-19. And it's here, it's going to roll out. I believe I've been saying from day one, just asking people to come out. This is God. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star, a Facebook star. The Lord loves his people, and he wants us to be prepared. And when we get caught in the left-right paradigm or the blue-red paradigm, we are taking our focus off the Lord. I did not waste my time, trying to argue. I posted a few videos showing you all that the blue and the red are all the same. They're opposite sides of the same coin. And I even, I've made videos about the left and about the Antichrist agenda that's coming and who would head it per the Bible. And also the part that was also played by our former president that recently left office, and even breaking down that Revelation 2 says that there will be Jews in Jerusalem, in the new Israel, that say they are the Jews, but they are really of the synagogue of Satan, and that Donald Trump, the MAGA, if you go to the Synagogue of Satan's website, you will see that a fifth degree Satanist is MAGA. That is the title. Also, that you have to look at, for those who were supporting Trump, you have to look at all of the things that he passed while he was in there. Not all of this CIA psyop of QAnon that was leading people down a rabbit hole. And the swamp was never drained, but there was supposed to be all these secret arrests and secret this and that going on. It was just a psyop. In order, what he did, he was the John the Baptist for the Antichrist. Because everything that he set up supposedly for Christians is going to be taken down by the Antichrist agenda. Like anything, we are moving into a one world system, a one world government, a one world order, one religion. And so that's what the world is, in the process of converting through coronavirus, but everything has to be torn down. Everything that's currently active has to be torn down for the new order to be risen up. And so when you look at supporting Israel and the things that they're doing, and they don't even believe that Christ is the Messiah, they're still waiting on their Messiah. The Abraham Accord that he signed, saying that Islam, Judaism, and Christianity are one. The peace deal, and you have to look at him giving the 5G to the Pentagon. Him starting off on 5G, and even when the major networks did not have enough airspace to roll out 5G, he gave them Pentagon airspace and in order to roll out this 5G agenda. You can go back to the 60s. There are CIA documents showing that they know that the dangers of 5G. They actually use it in different countries as a weapon against the people there. He faked like he was against this whole coronavirus as a whole. Then all of a sudden he gets it. Then he signs off on Operation Warp Speed and says that he's deploying the military to administer the vaccine in a very powerful way. So this was just to prevent the civil unrest. He was willing to be the fall guy. He was willing to be the Lee Harvey Oswald of this whole thing in order to let it roll out. Every U.S. president has the same ancestry, which is royal blood, European blood, the blood of King Charles I, Charlemagne the Great, and the blood of King John of England and King Edward III. This is all of their great ancestors. And now Trump is from the line of King William II from Scotland. But I can't even get into all of it. This is all America is falling. That's all I can say. There is no more Babylon. I showed you all in one of my videos, and I think I made a post about it. God gave Babylon 70 years to be great. Also, he said that when the 400 years of slavery was over, that he was going to come back and judge the land that enslaved for 400 years. And so it's time for judgment. And that's how, if you go to Revelations, and when it talks about the 7 kings, it says who the 6th king is. I named who that was in one of the videos. Why I named why it started counting from the first king, which was Jimmy Carter, because he gave the Gaza Strip and he divided the land and gave the West Bank and the Gaza Strip to to Egypt, to an Arabic nation. And then also it says that the seventh king that came behind the sixth king will only come for a short space. And then the sixth king is going to come back in the picture as the eighth king or the eighth term. Also, you have to look at why did the Bible say king? When you if a president is a person that is voted in to lead a democracy, a king is a person through heredity is chosen as a successor in a monarchy. So the Bible said king for a reason because they are kings. And if you really like study and look up their bloodline and the way that they've always done things, although they were always appointed to be kings, they still wanted the people. It still had to be recognized by the whole core, or AKA what we would call the House of Representatives or the Parliament. So we don't know, like when they've already chosen who wants to be king. I think even Roosevelt said presidents are not elected; they're selected. They've already chosen who is going to be president, but they promote that person and they promote that person and this person gets endorsements and we end up in really voting for who they appoint or who they've already selected. But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, please, please, please prepare your home, prepare your heart, endure to the end, do not faint, prepare your children, prepare your children because they might even come trying to, hurt your kids or something, hurt our children in order to have us to give up. I want to play just a little bit of, I recorded myself when the Lord showed me the things that were coming and I was hysterical. So I decided not to post these because I was just too hysterical and crying throughout. But I just want you all to hear. Stay strong, that you will not faint, that you will not faint. Lord, give us strength to endure. Give us strength to endure, Lord. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Um, yo, we gotta prepare. We gotta get our kids ready. We gotta prepare. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, God. Prepare for the things to come. I know some of we want to be raptured. We don't want to go through it. We want to be raptured out of here. But, oh, God, the Lord has shown me I'm going to be right here. A lot of us going to be right here. We're going to have to endure. We're going to have to endure. Help us, Jesus. Help us, Lord. Give us strength, God. Oh, your word says you won't leave or forsake us. Your word says, oh God, that we are in your hands and no one will pluck us out, Lord. Oh, cover our children, God. Cover our babies. Keep us safe, Lord God. Call in our unsaved family members, Lord. Oh, Jesus. That's just, I mean, a minute or two of it, but it was 5 or 6 minutes of me just crying hysterically and ranting after in my prayer time receiving what is coming, and it just shook me. And I mean, I might have prayed for 3 days, crying out, and then I, had a few dreams about it that kind of gave me comfort. And so, anyway, I just ask that you all stay strong in the Lord, and we'll get through this. And I will talk to you soon. Be blessed.